Sawadee-kap! Welcome to Break Time with Monte. Today's story, Student Rebellion in Korat. Students demanded transparency and how money collected from their parents had been spent. After protest on football field, slapping of 11th grade student leader, and verbal abuse by vice principal, students did get their money back. The video clip below, posted by a YouTube user named, shows at 1.55 the moment when Seong Sang, school deputy director, Isan Piathorn, Ju Jatham, slaps a young protester. Last week, students at Song Sang School in Nakhon Ratchasima demanded to know the money collected from their parents, how it had been spent. In other words, the students demanded transparency, a thorough accounting of how their money had been spent, a fundamental pillar of good governance. They were specifically interested in 200 baht collected from each student to pay for a SMS service to help the school stay in touch with students and their parents. This is admittedly pretty sophisticated stuff for middle school students. Protest launched. Led by an 11th grader, on Friday, students skipped classes and assembled on the school football field in protest. The vice principal, Isun Piathorn Jut Jatham, confronted the young protesters. A video clip recorded by one of the young protesters shows the principal being booed by the students for his hot-headed, intimidating approach and failure to clearly answer the young protest leader's questions. You can't hurt the kid, you must talk to him. Apparently unable to control his anger management, the vice principal threw a soft drink can on the ground and stamped on it with his feet. Then he slapped the 11th grader leader on the head. He showed verbal abuse on the child. Can I see your dick? Are you a man or a woman? You know Muay Thai? You want to go? Why do we have to use violence? The student meekly replied. Then the PE teacher intervened and warned the principal. You can't hurt the kid. You must talk to them. Protest aftermath. After everything cooled down, a committee was set up to investigate the incident, with the vice principal transferred to an inactive post outside the district pending the investigation. The 11th grade protest leader, who was hit, said he would not pursue assault charges with the police, but the hot-headed vice principal in the end still refused to apologize for hitting the student, claiming his acts were motivated by teacher spirit. As a result of the protest, the SMS project was suspended indefinitely, and parents who paid the 200 baht would get their money back the next week. The school had received in total about 100,000 baht from the parents. Transparency and accountability. Finally, it is worth noting that transparency and accountability demanded and finally received here are important aspects of good governance. The lessons are more broadly applicable even to temple finances, for instance. Despite collecting billions of baht in donations every year, Buddhist temples in Thailand usually do not have proper accounting systems. In one case, millions in bought in donation money was even stashed in a storage room at a temple. Without accounting systems, it is impossible for the public to see how the donation money was spent or even whether it was possibly stolen by some unscrupulous person. Demands for such accounting systems and accountability have arisen recently in calls for reform. In one case last week, the director of Songkhla Provincial Office of Buddhism was arrested for allegedly stealing 3.2 million baht from the budget of a temple in Narithiwat province. And now, today's vocabulary. Accountability. Accountability. Accounting. Accounting. Admittedly. Admittedly. Aftermath. Aftermath. Allegedly. Allegedly. Apologize. Apologize. Apparently. Apparently. Applicable. Applicable. Approach. Approach. Arrest. Arrest. Aspect. Aspect. Assault. Assault. Assembled. Assembled. Boo. Boo. Booed. Booed. Broadly. Broadly. Budget. Budget. Central bank. Central bank. Charge. Charge. Claim. Claim. Collect. Collect. Committee. Committee. Confront. Confront. Demand. Demand. Dick. Dick. Director. Director. District. District. Donation. Donation. Finances. Finances. For instance. For instance. Governance. Governance. Governor. Governor. Hot-headed. Hot-headed. Impossible. Impossible. Inactive. Inactive. Inactive post. Inactive post. Incident. Incident. Indefinitely. Indefinitely. Intervene. Intervene. Intimidating. Intimidating. Investigate. Investigate. Investigation. Investigation. Leader. Leader. Lesson. Lesson. Meekly. Meekly. Many. Many. Motivated. Motivated. Pocket. Pocket. Pretty. Pretty. Principal. Principal. Protester. Protester. Provincial. Provincial. Pursue. Pursue. Rebellion. Rebellion. Reform. Reform. Refuse. Refuse. Reply. Reply. Result of. Result of. Results. Results. Set up. Set up. Shower. Shower. Skipped. Skipped. Slap. Slap. Sophisticated. Sophisticated. Specifically. specifically, spirit, spirit, stamp, stamp, stay in touch, stay in touch, steal, steal, stolen, stolen, suspend, suspend, thorough, thorough, total, total, transferred, transferred, transparency, transparency, unscrupulous, unscrupulous, verbal, verbal, verbal abuse, verbal abuse, vice, vice, video clip, video clip, violence, violence, warn, warn, yield, yield. That's today's story and vocabulary. You have a great day. I'll see you next time here on Break Time with Monte.